I see a lot of people in here. I just want to show some love. Obviously, Delia, Camille, it's great to see you. Cherno, Andrea, my homegirl, Judy, Miss Carrera is in the house. So I just want to show all of you guys some love because it's just been great to meet all of you and try to be some kind of impact in your lives. So as Delia said, I run Duplessy Foundation. It's my passion project for my life. And our mission is to help 1,000 women, immigrant, or minority business owners get to $1 million per year by 2040. So TikTok, TikTok. I want every one of you all to be in that 1,000 by 2040. What we're going to do today is I'm going to share with you a live case study. So we're going to pick one of you in the audience, and I'm going to coach you through in about 10 minutes on your sales process. So I believe, Delia, you have selected somebody from the audience to be coached.
Actually, if you guys really quickly, in the next 2 seconds, if you would like to be considered to be picked, please put your name, your business name, and like a small couple words on what your business is. And Derrick and I will just pick someone from the audience. So go ahead and put it in the chat, your name and what your business is, if you would like to be considered to be picked for this 10-minute speed sales coaching session.
I'm excited. So while we're waiting, I just want to share with you some of the great success stories from your community just in the past year. So a lot of you might be aware of Marie St. Cyr, Haitian in the house. Much love to her. She was able to 5 times her business last year. Or actually, it was actually 6 times her business last year. I'm super proud of her. And her goal this year is to do over $1 million, which is just tremendous. And she's on her way. I remember we were speaking late last year, and she said, yeah, Derrick, I'm planning to do over $1 million this year. And I said, how are you going to do that? And she said, you know what? I have one client right now that if it goes through is going to be more than I made in all of 2021. So I'm just so excited to continue to doing the work with Bach and a lot of the organizations in the New York area. For the Roxannes of the world, we definitely want to do workshops with you all, because our goal this year is to have 2,000 people participate in our workshops. And the way that we roll is we actually have salespeople work with you one-on-one during the workshop. This ain't no go get the groceries and try to listen to the workshop while you're getting your groceries. We actually do real work in these workshops. So we have folks from Salesforce, from HubSpot, and all these different companies work one-on-one with you. And we're really excited to help meet that goal. All right, so let's see who we have in the chat. Delia, I will trust you to pick the person that sure. I coach.
Okay, Farah, are you able to unmute yourself and put your video on? Farah McKinley, F2M Fire and Drafting Designs.
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome. Okay, so Derrick, why don't we work with Farah for the next 5 to 10 minutes?
Okay, Farah, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Excellent. So we're going to go quite fast. I will cut you off if we absolutely have to, but it's all in love and admiration and to help everyone else out, okay?
Okay.
In one sentence, what is your business?
It's a fire sprinkler design firm that design fire sprinkler system. It's basically an engineering firm for fire sprinkler contractors.
Okay, cool. There was like 3 sentences in there. Pick one of those sentences so everybody can be clear on what your business is.
Okay, so F2M Fire Drafting Design is a fire sprinkler design firm. We work with fire sprinkler contractor as their in-house engineering department.
I dare anyone to repeat that sentence. Okay. Now, this is a very controversial question. We're basically in family here. How much revenue did you do in 2021?
I think 200. I'll have to check.
Excellent. No, don't, it's all right. 200 is good. That's excellent. Okay. What is your goal for 2022? Sales goal?
75.
Wait, you went from 200, you want to go?
No, 750.
Okay, 750. Excellent. You want to go
Yes.
up 500,000. Excellent.
Mhm.
Excellent. Okay, how do you plan to do that?
We are going out there now to take on new work, try to work with new contractors. We have reached out to more state agencies and more federal agencies.
Okay, interesting. How many clients did you have last year?
I think we were working with 5 contractors.
Excellent. 5 contractors, a number I love. Okay. So could you work with the same ones, or are those jobs done? Or do you have the kind of relationship where you can say, can we do it again, except bigger projects with those 5 that you already have?
Yes, 3 of them we have since we started in 2017.
Excellent. Excellent. So you continue to do jobs with them, and you're basically attached at the hip.
Yes, you could say that.
Okay, beautiful. So tell me, how much would a particular job pay you?
The minimum is around 10,000.
10,000. Okay, so you're doing multiple jobs with each of these contractors, right?
Yes, that's kind of the average.
Okay, great, great. So what I like to say in this, your particular situation, and a lot of business owners, you either need 5 or you need 10, right? So let me explain. 5 partners, so that will be contractors for you. You would need them to each give you, was it 150,000 in business, right?
Yes.
Or you would need 10 contractors to give you each 700, no, excuse me, 75,000,
Yes.
right? Which one do you prefer? 5 at the bigger number or 10 at the smaller number?
I think I would go 10 at the smaller number because those 10 can turn into bigger numbers in the future.
Okay, okay, excellent, excellent. Okay, so now that we have your basic strategy down, you're gonna go from 5 to 10, right? And you wanna work with, it sounds like more government contracts, right?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So have you identified who the bigger contractors are that you need to work with that you're not working with currently?
Yes. So as present, we're trying to get on the JFK project. And in our industry, the 2 main contractors from New York City, New York area that got the contract for JFK is Rail Fire Sprinkler and Serena. And we are in discussion with Serena Fire.
Excellent. Okay, so what was the first one? Rare or something?
Rail Fire Sprinkler.
Rail Fire Sprinkler. Okay. So do you have relationships with those companies outside of just that one project?
No.
Okay, why?
Most of those companies are they're on the bigger side, so they tend to have their own in-house engineering team to cover all their jobs.
Right.
So the reason that they're would be willing to work with us is because they have to do MBE utilization goals.
Yes. Okay. Now we're getting into it. We're getting fancy. You know, a lot of these big companies need their MB. I'm trying to remember the certification. So please correct me before I murder it. MB, what is it? The certification?
It's MWBE certification.
Okay, MWBE certification, right? So they need a certain percentage of the subcontractors that they use on the projects to be women or minority owned business, right? So in my mind, your pitch should be, hey, this is what we do. We're women and minority owned. and I would reach out to the 10 biggest contractors that do this work and say, we want to be on your roster. Here are the jobs that we've done. Have you done that yet?
So that's what we started doing this year. But what I've started to do, the other strategy that we're working with, it's with the compliance company, because some of the time they'll pretend as if they don't get your information. But when you deal with the person that's in compliance with them, then they can pretend as if your information is not out there.
Yes, of course. They want to work with Pookie and Ray Ray, their friends who they've known for a long time. They've already built a relationship with them. But the compliance person is saying, oh, you better have a certain percentage of women and minority-owned businesses working with you. Okay, so how many compliance officers or companies do you have relationships with?
So this year is the first we've started. So I would say about 3 that I've reached out to since the year start.
Okay, we need to up that number.
Okay.
Okay, because this is the thing. In order to get 10, you need to talk to 100 people, right?
Yes.
Are you the primary salesperson in your company?
Yes.
Okay. So do you spend 1 hour a day reaching out to potential clients?
To be honest, I do a lot of basically administrative work, so it's kind of hard for me. But yeah, I will find time, maybe not exactly an hour. So that's the difficult part.
This is my prescription, okay?
Yeah.
You need to make a list of every single compliance officer out there.
Mhm.
And you need to reach out to 5 or 10 per day phone call, because in your business, it's all about actual speaking to people. Emails is nice, but in construction, I used to work in construction, it's all about contacting people. And you need to call 5 people a day, minimum.
Okay.
And with a very basic pitch. And I'm happy to follow up with you, right? And we can get the 10 compliance officers that you need, so you can get those 10 contractors that you work with, so you can meet your $700,000 goal. Otherwise, it's just wishes.
Okay.
A wish is just a goal without a plan. So let me back up the truck. In everything I'm saying right now, what's been the most helpful, or how are you thinking about things after our brief discussion?
I would think for me is to be more organized and precise in what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of putting myself forward to develop relationship with a compliance officer, as well as a lot of contractors.
Excellent. So it doesn't take much to really hone in and focus and do what you need to do so that you can meet your goal. I said 1 hour. 1 hour is if you actually have a phone call, but the outreach is like 10 minutes, because you're going to have to leave a lot of messages and all that kind of stuff. And eventually people will get back to you. But literally 10 minutes a day. And then if 1 or 2 of those turns into actual calls, and now you're going to see some momentum.
Okay.
Okay. So what I want to do is ask everybody, if this was helpful for you guys to observe, type a 1 in the chat, just to make sure that this was not a waste of your time. I thought it was pretty good, but just type 1 in the chat if this was helpful to you. Oh, wow. A lot of 1s. Love it. Love it. Love it. So this is what we do as an organization, and we have volunteers from around the country that will work with you one-on-one. What I am going to offer to folks here is that I'm going to put a link in the chat. You can schedule time to meet with me one-on-one. There is a condition. We will record the conversation. We'll give you a recording of the conversation, but we'll use it as a podcast so that other people can learn from your experience. If you're okay with that, I'm willing to spend some time with you one-on-one. Here's the link in the chat. Boom. Post-workshop chat one-on-one with me. I'll give you 30 minutes so that we can help you figure out what your sales process looks like. And as I said earlier, all my MBDA people, all of my local politicians, we want to work with the New York business owners, especially our Black and Latino and immigrant business owners, to really help them as much as we possibly can. These corporations, Microsoft, HubSpot, LinkedIn, they want to help as well. So I'm super, super excited about working with you all, and I want to continue to educate as many folks as we can around their sales process.
Derrick,
Okay. Yes.
that's awesome. Are you finished or are you still going? It was great.
No, that was it. You told me I had what, 10, 15 minutes. I think
That
we did
no,
it in the time.
that was great. So I hope you guys got Derrick's link. I can say, other than being a Women's Business Center director and having our clients go through his program, I personally went through his program with my business, and no lie, within 7 months we tripled our sales. So Derrick is brilliant when it comes to sales. I mean, the way he can structure it, they literally helps you come up with your sales pitch. Like he literally wrote my email for me, and it's like it's magic. Well, he was speaking and I was writing it down. Magic. So please reach out to Derrick. He's amazing. Thank you, Derrick, so much for joining us all the way from Boston. We appreciate it.
You got 2 minutes up my